Time for a little midweek stream. Just to get this grind out of the way. Not gonna be doing much this stream. Just gonna be killing things until I'm leveled. Well, that may have been a bit risky. Let's go heal up. Yeah. Like the stream this past Sunday, my overall goal is to just get my Pokemon up to level 21 so that this coming Sunday I can actually do things. No, I don't. No. I imagine I'm gonna be here for a little while, though. I don't have much entertainer in me. So it's just gonna be a sit and chill kind of stream. Can I do a level 12 Rattata? Let's see. How much does that do? It does good. Good. I didn't want to see how much a quick attack did. It was scary. Level 10. I should be able to take this fairly comfortably. Now that I'm 3 levels above it. Oh, that's gonna wreck the 2-shot. Oh well. As long as it keeps spamming status moves. You'll love to see it. Once D is level 14, I think it's gonna be back to the old Magikarp grind. Gotta get Lindbergh up. Ooh, that did damage. Might still have to be careful around Rattatas. It's a big waste of time. Alright, that was making me nervous, so I'm gonna go to the Pokemon Center and heal up. Because I don't want to get, like, quick attack crit by Rattata and have a stupid death. Ekans. I mean, I'll be more than happy to fight Ekans once I'm trying to level up Zubat, but not right now, because the rap wastes a lot of time, and it's better just to run away and find something else to fight. Alright. That's a defense drop, which means I win. Can I might just be able to one-shot this. Let me try. Nope. Oh, good bit of Leers. Never punished. Level 6 Ekans gives over 50 experience? That's kind of wild. Did not expect that. Alright. Quick attack from a level 8 does 7 damage. Yeesh. Level 14 now. Did I say 14 or 15 for the Magikarp training? Well, it's going to be 15. Sorry if y'all were excited for the Lindbergh. Okay. We like a tail whip to fail. That did 10 damage. Yeah, I don't like that. Me no likey. It's those quick attacks that are really dangerous. Because if the Rattata didn't have quick attack, I could have safely just smacked it again and killed it. But it's the chance of it quick attack critting and getting a higher roll and just killing me. I just gotta play around that as best as I can. I don't want any stupid deaths while training, because that would just be so annoying. I've already lost a Pidgey to a stupid death. I don't need anybody else going down with the ship. Spear. We don't care if you drop my defense. But I want to get D to level 15, because then I'll be fairly confident taking level 12s with D, even on switch-in. And Spearows are really what I need to worry about when leveling up the Magikarp, because Hindenburg, the Charmeleon, is already level 20 at this point. And once he hits level 21, I don't really want to use him in case I overlevel him. But again, it's Water Gym, so Charmeleon isn't very useful, so it doesn't really matter if I overlevel him. but it's more the principle of the thing. I don't want to overlevel my Pokemon if I don't have to. A roll that I'll probably drop right after this gym. Because I got plans, and it involves some Pokemon not going into the electric gym, and potentially getting leveled past it. Like all these level 10 spirits. It's really good, because look, I only take 8 damage from that. I can take a few of those before I need to go back and heal. I'm even pretty safe on like 2 crits. Look at this guy. Look at this chump. So angry looking. Boom. Got him. Spironoise.png intensifies. And there's level 15. Ooh, Fury Attack. I'm going to heal. Come back, try that once. See what kind of damage it does. I think, since it's neutral damage on everything anyway, Fury Attack will, on average, do more damage than Peck. Because it's still a stab move. Let's check it. Can I... Is there... No. Apparently, no way to look at the moves. But I'm fairly certain that Peck's PP is... not PP. Beast damage isn't good enough to do more damage than a Fury Attack. So let's see. Fury Attack. Bam. Oh, crits don't help. Crits aren't science. We need to try another one. Alright. Are you level 8 Rattata? I might one-shot you with anything though. Wow. Wow. Alright, Fairy Attack is, or seems to be unreliable. So maybe I'm not gonna go with that. Maybe I'll just stick with Pecking for the reliability. Nice. Switch Lindbergh up front. How many levels does Lindbergh need? 676. Oh, this is going to take absolutely forever. I'm really hoping he learns Tackle at level 15. I don't know if I can live long enough to switch train him to level 20. Might have to change my gym plans. That's 40. So just killing whatever level Rattata that was, we'd have to kill 15 of them. And we still wouldn't have evolved or leveled up Magikarp. So everybody buckle up. Buckle up for this absolute slog of a training montage. Oh, why did I switch to D? Huh. Anyway. Oh, God. Now I'm gonna have to go heal. It must have been a level 10 Rattata because that only gave 35 to each. Okay. Oh shit, it's a rat. Thinking about it. No. I was gonna say Golbat might not be too bad for the gym, but that thinking is wrong. Golbat can't take a confusion either. Psychic is... Actually, no. Psychic isn't going to be a problem for flying types. It's really only Golbat that I have to worry about. It's just Water Psychic is a rough combo for this current team. Hindenburg can't do it because he's fire. Lindbergh can't... Lindbergh is who I'm hoping is going to do it. If I survive long enough to evolve him. Raskava is poison, so weak to Psychic. Spearow could be a Fearow by then, but, spoiler alert, I'm going to hold Spearow as a Spearow until level 29, so I can learn Drill Peck a little earlier, so that I can learn it in time for the Grass type gym, which technically doesn't matter, because I have Hindenburg, and Fire type versus the Grass type gym is an absolute war crime. But it still will be nice to have a Fearow with Drill Peck right off the bat. I'm hoping I can do the thing where I level up, learn the move, and then evolve all on the same level. It'd be very nice. Which is why I'm sort of worried about Gyarados, because I think in this, if you evolve, you don't then learn moves that you should have at evolution level. So like, when I evolve Magikarp into Gyarados, I don't think I will learn Bite? I don't know what Gyarados learns. I don't know what moves Gyarados knows. Not that I haven't used Gyarados before, but just, I don't know. I'm not his keeper. Death of 1,000 cuts. This is how I die. Training up a Magikarp on level 10 Rattata. There might be slightly higher level Pokemon across Nugget Bridge, but I'm also holding out on fighting Gary until after the gym. Also, I don't want to do any important battles in this stream, because this is just a guerrilla stream in order to do this grinding before my next real stream on Sunday. So, we're stuck here. I'm stuck with my dumb choices. All of my failings are my own. Oh lord, he hitting. Bam. Got him. Gentlemen, we got him. But I'm really excited for some of the other runs in this series that I intend to do. This is really just the I gotta do it because I gotta do it. I mean, I don't dislike the flying type, but it's Gen 1, and Gen 1's kinda suck. But we're here. We're here. We doing it. We're doing it. It is what it is. I do think there's going to be some interesting points in this run as well. Though, I am hoping it goes smoothly. Obviously, I'm worried about the electric type gym and ice type Elite Four member. Those are my biggest concerns this whole run. Because we've already made it past Brock, and those three covered the flying type weaknesses fairly well. Oh. But I have a plan for Lieutenant Surge, and hopefully I can pull it off, and things don't go terribly wrong. I sort of have a plan for Lorelei. My plan for Lorelei is currently just Gyarados, because most of her Pokemon know Surf, which is really bad for business. So at that point, I should have a Dragonite or Dragonair, which is weak to ice, a Charizard, which is weak to water, a Gyarados, which is resistant to water and neutral to ice, I believe, a Fearow, which is weak to ice, and a Golbat, which is weak to ice. I'll probably still have Golbat on my team at that point. And probably a Dodrio, which is weak to ice. Again, I'm not using any of the legendary birds, so that really limits my options for flying types. Oh, I could have an Aerodactyl, but that's also weak to ice. But that is an option. I always forget about Aerodactyl. We'll see what my final Elite Four team is. I'll probably have a session later on where I just sit down and have a think and really plan out my Elite Four strategy. Where are we at? 100. Alright. We're nearly to level 14 on Magikarp. And then hopefully just one more level and I can start killing some Pokemon with Magikarp. Might be a bit of a long shot. I'll probably still have to switch train. But I'm really hoping that I can at least get one kill with Magikarp before having to continue switch training. And then hopefully at 16 I can do 2 kills. We'll have to see if it's better just to get a kill and then switch train for a bit before going and healing. Or get a kill, heal, get a kill, heal. I imagine continuing switch training would be faster? It really depends. Would I be able to get 2 kills in the time it would take me to run back to the Pokemon Center, heal, and come back? The mysteries of the world are deep and plentiful. Might need to do some timing on it. Pull up a stopwatch or something. Is this the rat that's gonna get me to 14? But, it was the rat to get me to 14. Alright. Sanity check. How long until level 15? 778. Which is not that much further than what we just did. Because we were at like 690 for the last level. So we only need to add like 100 on top of that. Which, in a very slim definition, is not that bad. I'm wondering if I save myself tears by looking up if Magikarp even learns Tackle in this gen. I should have paid attention to how much damage that did. Oh good, he wasted his time on Leer anyway. D. Hi, Sky. I'm just doing a sort of guerrilla grinding stream, because Sunday I did a stream where I was grinding, and I could only stream for an hour, and I was like, oh, I'll be able to get some Pokemon up to level 21. I did not. Spent most of the hour getting Magikarp up to like level 12. It was a rough stream. So I'm doing this so Sunday I can actually do like the gym, Gary fight, and actually important things. D. I'm really hoping Magikarp learns Tackle at level 15 in this gen, because if not, I'm going to be very sad. Also, that did a good bit of damage, and that is very scary, but we don't worry about those things here. Grinding a Magikarp sounds like a struggle. I get the joke. It's a funny joke. Sadly, I can't really use struggle strats in this because I don't think I can keep my Magikarp alive long enough to get his PP down without buying like a billion potions. So I just have to switch train. How much PP does Splash have? 40. 40! And what, I can probably get like 2 splashes off in a fight before I have to either run or switch out? That'd be ridiculous. Yeah. But it's really important that I get Magikarp up to level 20 and evolve, because Magikarp is currently my main plan for the water type gym. Because the water type gym doesn't sound too bad on paper, but it's really the Starmie that is scary. Because I believe the Starmie knows Confusion and Water Pulse, which covers like not half of my team. It covers 2 Pokemon on my team, and then it resists like all the damage that Icarus can do. So my real options for the gym are Gyarados or Spearow or D. And the problem with D is technically I could evolve Spearow before the gym and use a Fearow, but I want to hold D back from evolving until level 29, so he learns Drill Peck a few levels earlier. I just think it would be very nice to have for some of the later game stuff. And I don't think keeping D back as a Spearow is going to be that bad. Also, every time I switch into D, it takes like a crit and I have to go heal. I forget even how many levels earlier Spearow learns Drill Peck than Fearow. I want to say it's fairly significant, or I wouldn't bother doing it. No, I didn't mean to talk to you again. Don't look at me. Fun fact, as you probably know, the cities of Kanto are named after colors, and in the Game Boy Color version of these games, or like, the original games were black and white, or like green and gray, because that's what color the original Game Boy was. But when you played these on Game Boy Color, the color of everything on the main world changes depending on where you are. And I'm pretty sure for most, if not all of the towns, the color the world changes is that town's name. So like Pewter City was a gray, Cerulean City is a blue. We'll see if Fuchsia's pink, Lavender is purple, and such and such. But I'm pretty sure it holds true for most of the cities, which I just think is nice. I think it's a neat touch. Rat. Truly a color scheme. Yes. Sir. Sir. Was that 2 crit quick attacks? Absolute insanity. Yeah, but towards the end of the last stream and the beginning of this stream, I was leveling up D so that I can switch train D into other Spearows, because I was using Charmeleon for it, but Charmeleon has hit level 20, and if I continued using Charmeleon for much longer, I would have run into the issue where Charmeleon was 21, and I didn't want to overlevel the gym, even though I'm not using Charmeleon in it. Also, I'm only half paying attention now, which is probably bad for the whole keeping my Pokemon alive bit. But it's fine. It's fine. How are we doing on Magikarp? 430. We've gotten like 300 XP since level up. If we see a rat, we kill a rat. Go butterfly. Confusion. Nice. That gave me 40 XP, just need to kill 10 more of those. Also, we're skipping Ekans, because Rap in this gen, makes you lose your turn until Rap is complete, and it's just a complete waste of time. I was originally doing, I'll show you, I was doing something like this, where I would switch into Raskova, because in this gen, Bug and Poison are super effective against each other, which is very weird, but I can do a big chunk of damage with Leech Life, and then Atkins will use Wrap, and then I just spam button until Wrap finishes, Leech Life, do big damage, and I heal most of it back. And this is mainly the plan for when I start training Raskova properly, but for now, training Magikarp, this is just a big waste of time. Because Magikarp only gets 40 XP, 44 XP out of that, and in the meantime, I probably could have killed like 2 Rattatas or Spirids. Also, it's a bit scarier when Ekans uses Wrap on the switch in, because then I just have to sit there and take damage until Wrap decides it wants to be done. Wow, 5 damage critical hit. Being real daring today, aren't we, sir? I should probably go heal up. Blue. You could say it's cerulean in this city. Ha, jokes. You don't get comedy like that anywhere else. See you again. Yep, so I've just decided to buckle up for a long and boring stream today. Of just seeing a bird and being like, look at my fish. And then going, look at my bird. And then going, packy pack. And then repeating the process until my Magikarp is level. Rattata. Look at my butterfly. Confusion is a critical hit. Place your bets. Does Magikarp learn Tackle in this generation? I've been continuously saying that I don't know, I don't remember, but have not bothered to look it up. So it's truly a mystery of the ages. How much damage does that do? 9. Ooh, that's too close for my comfort. Let's get out of here. Need to heal up. Welcome to the Pokemon Center. Wow, healing. haven't looked too far ahead into the other runs that I want to do. I mean, I have planned out all the types because I needed to do that to make sure it was like possible, or I believed it was possible. Else I wouldn't have started this. So I don't know what all Pokemon I'm planning on using in all the runs. And subsequently, I don't know if I'm going to be doing any other hold back a Pokemon shenanigans, like I am for the Spearow. I think when I do Oris, I'm going to hold back. I'm going to be doing grass types, and I'm going to hold back Shroomish until it learns Spore. But it really depends on what's needed in that run. Because the first gym is Rock type. And we're not normal type until gym 4. So I can't really remember what level that gym is, / what level Shroomish learns Spore at. I want to say Shroomish learns Spore sometime in the 30s. And I want to say that gym is in the 20s. So it may be in my best interest to get a Shroomish, or like evolve into Breloom by then. But also, counterpoint. If any of my Pokemon can learn Protect, that gym is an absolute cakewalk. I can just strut my stuff in the normal type gym and be vibin'. But if none of my Pokemon can learn Protect, that gym is very scary. I guess also a fast Pokemon that can learn Dig is good. I'm sure I'll be fine. How's Magikarp doing? 159. We're getting there. We sure are getting there. Snick. Did you know Ekans is snake backwards? Spearow. Ow. I'm going to switch into Hindenburg. Womp. Dead. Really spread out the XP there, but didn't want to risk D dying. You really don't want to get your D hurt. It can be quite painful. Button spamming. Nice. Nice. Let's go. Not too long now, and this Magikarp is gonna be level 15. I've said it once and I'll say it before. I've said it once and I'll say it again. I really hope Magikarp learns Tackle, in this gen, or else I'm going to be very, very, very sad. Because this is a very painful process. And it only gets worse from here. But if Magikarp can hold its own and kill some Pokemon for itself, then it could be getting 80 per kill instead of 40, which would be very nice and would make me a very happy camper. D. Nice. Bonk. Oh, nice. D grew level 16. I want to say this is the last rat. We'll see. Confusion. Level 15. Come on, come on. Yes! Whoo! But hold on. What is our attack? 10 attack. In comparison, D's rocking 27 with the stab move and is not one-shotting things. What's Icarus's attack? 28. So we might only be able to kill sort of the weakest of foes. The level 8s of the world. But we'll see. Level 8? Alright, come on. I use Splash. Alright, we only take 5 damage, so we have turns. Quick attack. That was a crit and did 6 damage. Come on. It's a non-crit and did 5? What? I'm confused. Nope, didn't mean to do that. I wanted to switch spaces. There we go. But look at that. 65 XP. Oh yeah, we truly vibing now. And how much XP do we need for the next level? 824. But saying we exclusively run into level 8. We can do that in 15 fights. And every time we level up, we just get better. It's only up from here. Let's try this slap fight. It's gonna lower our attack. That does 6 damage on a crit. Why are they landing so many crits against me? Jeez. Leave me alone. Leave my boy alone. He never did nothing. Come on. A 66. You love to see it. Feel like we're getting so much more XP now. Though it probably takes twice as long. But at least it's more like exciting than Switch training. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can still switch out on the level 10s and 12s, but we can try slapping the level 8s for 60 XP instead of getting only 30 out of them. I think that's gonna be worth it. Yeah. Ugh. Anywho. Sky, are you ready for the next season? Oh, why did I tackle with that? It seems overwhelmingly people want to start the next season this week, which I guess is either today, tomorrow, or Friday. You want to keep building Future Kingdom. I mean, that's fair, but also, like, what is there left to build other than more buildings? The industrial theme does kind of sound cool, though I'm kind of confused about the time period he gave for it, because he said like 30s industrial, which when I think 30s, I just think of the Great Depression. But yes, industrial, like, as a concept does sound cool. But I think probably a free theme is going to win just because it's like everybody's second vote, and it just splits the vote on the actual themes, and then free season gets a whole bunch of votes because everybody's fine with it but doesn't necessarily want it. My vote for an actual theme was cowboys, though. Just because I like cowboys. They cool. And does cowboys work better with what 1.20 added? I don't know. 1.20 was kind of like a weird update in terms of content. Works well with Mesa Biomes. It does work very well with Mesa Biomes. I'm actually still not entirely sure what I want to build this coming season. I guess it does depend on the theme that is finally settled on. Which, if it's free, it really doesn't help in my deciding process. But yeah. Currently, I've just been thinking a lot about getting the Ender Dragon into the overworld because after Burger said Doc MC did it, I was like, huh, I wonder how that's done, and watched like 3 separate videos on how it works. And now I just really want to do it. And it would be something really cool to have in like a zoo. The only thing about what Doc MC did is if you want it in a place other than the spawn, you need like a chunk loader. So I would also have to figure out how to set up a chunk loader in vanilla Minecraft. Am I in danger? No. If you brought the Ender Dragon into the overworld and spawned another in the end, what would happen then? I honestly don't know. Because all of the videos I've seen on it, you glitch the end so it doesn't think that the Ender Dragon is still alive. And it spawns a new one because if the portal back to the overworld isn't open, but there's no Ender Dragon, it will spawn a new one after like a minute. So you kill the new Ender Dragon to open the portal, and that's how you get the other dragon into the overworld. So technically, the end doesn't think that there's a dragon. So I think you could just spawn a new dragon in if you wanted to. But also, the dragon that's in the overworld is also still in the end. Like, you just push the dragon down into the portal. What if you brought an Ender Dragon into the overworld then... Oh, that's the same chat. So you, like, push it down to the portal, and the dragon doesn't disappear, but it appears in the overworld. And I'm assuming that you can't kill the dragon that's still in the end, because, like, all of the videos I've seen on it, they just push the dragon aside or find some way to get into the portal without getting killed by the dragon. So you just sort of have to have the dragon sitting around in the end being frozen. But that is a very good question. I don't know what would happen if you respawn a new dragon. I guess that's something we could test. Because really the setup for getting the Ender Dragon into the overworld isn't too difficult. There's actually a way to do it without much Ender Dragon pushing. Just basically at the end you have to push the Ender Dragon around a bit to get it into the portal. So if it does mess up the overworld Ender Dragon, can easily just get a new one. But yeah, I'm kind of hyped for the zoo. I hope they decide to make a zoo instead of a museum. I mean, they could make both, but I'm very hyped for the zoo-mium. I think it would be cool to collect like every mob that's possible to collect, which I believe is all of them. I think the only mobs that you can't have in the overworld are like a hoglin and a piglin brute, because just being in the overworld turns them into the zombie versions. So you would just have to have the zombie versions instead. But imagine like all of the enclosures being like little terrariums of the biomes that the mobs belong to. That'd be very, very cool. Very cool and neat, and I like the idea of it. Also, I have no idea what I'm gonna do next season. Do you have sort of plans for, like, if it was industrial, do you have a general idea what you want to do? Or are you also just waiting to see what is chosen to decide? In a creative world, I have, like, made a little building, because I've had this idea to make, like, an apothecary before, and I was thinking about doing that, but I've sort of decided against it. Mainly because it doesn't fit with any of the themes, and I'm not entirely sure if that's what I want to do. I kind of want to do something with the carved bookshelves, but like, because you can make like an actual library now with written books on shelves and stuff. Or like the enchanting bookshop. Did we have an enchanting bookshop on this server? I believe so. Was it you who owned it? But anyway, they're an enchanted bookshop that has like the books actual on shelves. You can do that now, and that's really cool. Also, I don't know if you've looked into it, but the hanging signs are a different type of sign. They're not your normal signs. Also, you can make floating hanging signs, unlike normal signs, where they break if they're not supported, which I think is kind of funny. Yeah, I think you're right. I know on, ooh. If it's industrial, I'll probably try building an industrial manufacturing plant with a bunch of farms, but it could also see me going back to making potions. I think that's why I thought you had an enchanted bookshop, because I know you've made potion shops in the past. And on Farah's old realm that I came from, somebody did have an enchanted bookshop there. Actually, it may have been Chip. Magikarp is still not strong enough to fight Rattatas. I also need to think of like a fun redstone project to do. Because, like, I don't have any plans for something as big as the roulette machine, which took me, I think, a couple of weeks to design and build, like, in creative. So unless there's, like, I'm very inspired to do something, I don't think I'll rebuild the roulette machine, and I don't have any other designs to build at the moment. I have been keeping up with this one series on, like, computational redstone. It's like starting from basics and working up. So maybe if I learn some of that and learn how to put it together correctly, I might be able to make like a more advanced game than the roulette machine, which would kind of be wild. Like, I might actually be able to make some version of Battleship. I think that would be very funny. But I do know if I made, like, computational redstone, I would need massive screens. Like, massive redstone lamp screens, or, weirdly enough, typically screens are made out of, like, iron trap doors, because they're more responsive than redstone lamps. Because redstone lamps turn on instantly, but take like a tick to turn off. So if you make a screen out of redstone lamps, you'll have like some like ghosting artifacts. Unless you make its frame rate half of what it could be. Oh, this spear really, like, nerfed me. There we go. If there's a good snow biome, I might try to build a Frostpunk city again. Ooh! That'd be interesting. Is Frostpunk something you've done before? I can't really visualize what Frostpunk is off the top of my head. Is it just like more, how would I describe it? Like more technological buildings just covered in ice? Tried to build one a few seasons back and didn't get anywhere. Need to switch Lindbergh out before he gets absolutely destroyed by this rat. Yeah, but despite not having much of a plan at the moment, I am excited for the server reset. I haven't been playing 1.20 just because I want to, like, experience all the new stuff, on the server. Like, building the apothecary, I was playing around with cherrywood, but like... Oh, that's one thing I want to do. I might do some sort of, like, armor shop, and I want to go and collect all the trim types. I think that would be a very neat project to do. And either sell, like, designer armor, which might be, like, actual armor, or, like, dyed leather armor with different trims, or the trims themselves, since you can copy them. Yeah, I'm gonna need to do some research on all the new 1.20 stuff. Yeah. I can't think of any, like, building blocks it added other than the cherry. Actually, when doing the apothecary, I was trying to figure out what to do for light, because I wanted it to be very dimly lit. But if you want it dimly lit, you need a lot of light sources. So I wanted, like, a weird, sort of witchy kind of light source that I could use. And one good one that I found was a clay vessel, which is a new 1.20 block, with candles on top of it. Because the clay vessel is like a block, and then it has the spout of it, like, sticking out the top. But the spout doesn't count as, like, it doesn't have a hitbox at all. So if you put the candles on top of it, the candles are sort of hidden in the spout and just sticking out with their little flames. So I think, like, that's a very nice light source, and I think you could use vessels like that to do a bunch of cool stuff. Might look good with, like, a flower pot on top to be like a big planter. I need to switch. But other than that, as for building materials, all I can think of is bamboo and hanging signs. And then, of course, you've got the sniffer, which I'm still not entirely sure what the point of the sniffer is. I know it can sniff out the new plants, but the new plants don't really have it much use beyond being used for dyes, which I'm pretty sure other flowers can also be used for dyes. So they're like purely cosmetic. But yeah, before the server resets, I'm probably going to read up on 1.20 again as well. I've read through the changelog before, but just didn't stick. But imagine if... Maybe it's just one more adventure. Maybe. Imagine if the current season was 1.20, then the cherry tree in the middle of Future Kingdom could have actually been a cherry tree. Lindbergh leveled up. Woo. 4 more levels. Let's go. The cherry tree was a future prediction to honor what cherry trees looked like before the update. So true. Honestly, it was the future kingdom because we had a 1.20 cherry tree before 1.20. We were truly the future. Snack. I do not want you, snack. But get excited, only 4 more levels on Lindbergh. And then we can have a Gyarados. But now that Lindbergh is level 16, we have a whopping... still 10 attack stat. So, don't get too jealous. We can take some hits. Yes, Mr. Growl, you stupid bird. Boom. That is 82 XP straight to Lindbergh. Nice. Anyway, I need to do a quick break, so I don't have a pause screen, so you're just gonna have to look at my fish for a little bit. Be right back. I'm back. Sorry about that. Hope you enjoyed looking at the fish and seeing that we have 800 and some XP until level 17. So, better get to it. I'm gonna try to do this, but I'm definitely gonna have to switch out. No chance. Absolutely no shot. Sorry, Lindenberg. Or Lindbergh, not Linden. Boop. When the poll for when we should start the new season came out, I found it very funny because the options were this week or sometime this month. And I was just like, hey, wait a minute. Those are the same option. But I was like, oh, by this month, they probably mean July, not June. But yeah, after doing this, I might have to go ponder what I'm gonna do this season. Anywho, back to our regularly scheduled Pokemon. Down. Rat. I could have tried that fight. Oh well. Nice. Pew pew pew. Even though my attack stat didn't go up when I leveled up, or Magikarp's attack stat, I do believe that I do more damage because I think the damage calculation takes in your level. I could be incorrect about that. Could be just lying through my teeth. But I do believe that the damage calculation takes into account your level as well as your attack stat. One thing that always bugs me, little rant real quick. One thing that always bugs me when watching randomizer playthroughs is people will see a legendary and be like, oh, I'm gonna catch that, and just start chucking Pokeballs, despite the fact that catch rate is not dependent on your level. So even if it's a level 5 Lugia or Mewtwo or whatever, they're still going to have the same catch rate as when you see them at the end of the game. And the absolute gall of the people who just start chucking balls at legendaries and are like, oh, this is a great encounter. It's like, really? The number of times I've seen people like have 20 Pokeballs in their inventory and waste them all on a single legendary is ridiculous. Also, the learn sets of legendaries are atrocious until you reach like level 50 because you don't meet many legendaries until at least level 50. So again, these people are going to catch a Pokemon that is likely going to have a terrible move set until you hit like 50, until you're at the end of the game. And it just boggles my mind. It gouges my gourd. What? What? Why am I doing like no damage? Did I miss it growl at me twice? Oh, you... I can't believe you've done this. There we go. Jesus. Hello, Crab King 34. How are you doing today? You've come at a sort of awkward stream because I'm in the process of grinding for mainly for the next stream that's going to be Sunday, but I'm trying to get all these Pokemon up to level 21. Main problem being Magikarp. This is my pet project. I've trained this up from level 5. I got it from the guy you meet before Mount Moon. And I've been slowly training it up on this patch of grass over here. If I'm not mistaken, Pokemon on the other side of Nugget Bridge are higher levels. But I haven't done the Gary fight yet. And I don't want to do any important battles in this stream. So we're stuck to this patch of grass. So it's been long, it's been arduous, but we're making it through. But thank you for coming. It's always great to see a new face. Also having a tough time against this rat, so gotta switch. Uh, Pidgey. I lost Pidgey during the first blue fight. It it was very underleveled. I think it was level 8 against his level 9 Pidgey. And for a joke, I decided to take a swing at his Pidgey and did like third of its health. And then it hit me and got a crit and did slightly less than half my health. And I was like, well, the only way I die here is if it crits again and the first hit was a low roll, second hit was a high roll. I hit it again because I was moving first for some reason, got it down to like a sliver of health. It hit me, crit, killed me. It was very tragic and very dumb. So, we have one death in this run so far. Oh, why are you missing tackles? Is tackle 95? I think. Yeah, crits in the first gen are very common. It's because it's tied to speed stat, but besides that, I don't really understand how they work. All I really know is that, like, what, Persian basically crits every hit because it's speed stat? I need to stop trying to fight level 10s with my Magikarp. Funnily enough, I know a good bit about first gen, but this is my first time ever playing through one of the first gen games. Just because I got into Pokemon in Gen 3 and never really thought it like important to go back and play it, all of them. But I've decided to do this, where I'm going to do a monotype nuzlock of a game from every season. What program do you use for the stream? I'm using OBS to stream and MGBA for the game. But yeah, I'm doing a monotype for every game in the main series. So like one from Red, Blue, Yellow, one from Gold, Silver, Crystal, so on and so forth. But the type for the monotype is going to be different for every game. So again, need to stop trying to 1v1 the level 10s. So since this is a flying monotype, none of the other monotypes can be flying. I just thought that was a interesting challenge to do, and I've planned out all of the types ahead of time, so I knew it was possible to do. It was really touch and go because there's like 16, 17 different combo or like game clusters in the series, and there are 18 types, so there was only like one or two types of leeway that I could use. And of course, Dragon and Ice are very tough types to fit in. Did you play Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, or Leaf Green? As a kid, I had Emerald and Fire Red. I have played a game of Leaf Green. I think I played it in high school. I don't think I've ever played Ruby or Sapphire, though. I always play Emerald. But that might change in this run-through. I might run either Ruby or Sapphire. I think probably Ruby because of the typing I'm planning on running. And if I remember correctly, the enemy team that you fight in those games is based on which game you play. As a kid, I played Ruby and finished the game. Yeah, weirdly, as a kid, like, I never finished any of the games. So, Congratulations for finishing a game as a kid. So like I said, I had Emerald and Red growing up, or Fire Red growing up, and I don't think I finished either of those games until I was in high school. I also got Diamond, and have still yet to finish that game. I was like 9. Shout out. 9-year-old you was much stronger than I was. I also didn't understand much about the games back then. What was the furthest I've ever gotten? I think in Emerald, I got to the point where you need to go to, like, Sutopolis or whatever to fight. Since I was playing Emerald, it would have been Juan. And I'm pretty sure I got lost and didn't know what I was doing. And then Fire Red, I think I've made it to the Elite Four, but never was able to beat it. Because I would always get there underleveled and didn't feel like grinding. Yeah. And then I fell off Pokemon in Gen 5. I think I got Pokemon White, played it for a little while, and then lost the entire DS with the game in it. I've still yet to find that DS. It, like, vanished in midair. Same with me in my Emerald run. Yeah. Hone is kind of confusing. Especially with Sutopolis, where you have to go underwater to get there. As a kid, I was not smart enough to figure that out. Also, they have you running all over the place to do different story beats before you can go certain places. I think until I was in my teens, I had no clue how to get past the Whalmers in... Oh, what is the town called? I can't remember. It's pretty hard. Yeah, I think pretty much every time it took me a long time to even find Mount Pyre to go and do that story beat. It's a very tough and confusing game. No wonder I didn't complete it until I was in high school. Yeah, but I have never played a 6th gen game. No, that's a lie. I've never played X or Y, but I did get Oris. Oris is when I got back into Pokemon. Then I played Pokemon Moon, beat it, and I think I've beaten all the games since. I don't know if I beat a Gen 2 game. I know I've never beaten one to the point of Red, but I can't think if I've ever beaten the Elite Four. I want to say I have, but I couldn't tell you which one or when. I'll say it. Ruby is better than Sapphire, Fire Red is better than Leaf Green, and Black is better than White. Ooh, bold words. What are the exclusives in Black? Actually, no. Black and White have a lot more differences than just exclusives, don't they? Doesn't one have, like, easy mode and the other have hard mode, and the only way you can get both modes on one of the games is by doing some sort of trade? Like, post-game? I really like the idea of easy mode and hard mode in Pokemon, but it's so weird that they decided to lock it behind post-game. Especially with Black and White's story being that you don't like officially beat the champion until your second run through of the Elite Four. Alright. What was I doing? I've been zoned out mindlessly grinding for probably the past 15 minutes now. Just zoned out talking Pokemon. Do I bother fighting the seconds? No. Get out of here, man. No, stop giving me snakes. I can't catch it. This is a flying type run. And the last time I checked, Arbok can't fly. Would be very cool if Arbok got a second typing. But no. I do like Ekans though. I've played a Poison monotype run of Fire Red before, and I believe Arbok was on my Elite Four team. But that time I wasn't doing Nuzlock rolls, so it was much easier. In fact, I think I got to the Elite Four at like high level 30s and went for it just for the lulz and somehow managed to win. The hard carries of that game were definitely like Tentacruel and Wheezing. I really wanted to win that, but I can't risk a quick attack crit. Funnily enough, Wheezing learns like every special move in existence. Like, the Weezings that I was running in that Poison type run was like Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Sludge, Ice Beam or something. It was crazy. And then Muck is also a good wall. I'm looking forward to playing Fire Red Leaf Green, because I'm planning on doing Poison as my monotype. Which biggest obstacle there is going to be, of course, Sabrina. I'm actually sort of terrified and not sure how I'm going to handle that. I've done some calculations on it, and that Alakazam can probably one-shot half of my team. But a little spoiler for much, much further down the road is I'm probably going to be EV training like my life depends on it. Because, frankly, it will. It is very unlikely that I'll be able to outspeed an Alakazam, but I might be able to tank it and one-shot it. Because, luckily enough, Alakazam is frail. At least physically. Confusion. Killed the rat. Ooh, another level for Lindbergh. You love to see it. What are our stats looking like? We got another point in attack! Let's go. Ooh. Ew. Yes, I can only catch flying type Pokemon. So, if you look to the left side, you'll see that it is a hardcore flying type Nuzlock. The reason I have Magikarp is because Gyarados is a flying type. So I can catch and use Pokemon that evolve into flying types. So Magikarp and Charmeleon are currently on my team. My role for that, so I don't abuse it, is that once the Pokemon hits the level where it can evolve, it has to evolve. And that way I can't, like, keep it as a Charmeleon just so I have something on my team that doesn't have flying type weaknesses. No, Charizard is flying type in red. At least I'm pretty sure. Oh, this is a very bold thing I've decided to do. Do I need to Google this? I'll check it between streams. If you're correct, I will eat my hat. It's not. Oop, walk past. It's not. Interesting. Again, I'll check that between streams. You might be right. You're probably right. But as for now, it doesn't affect things too majorly because I haven't used Charmander or Charmeleon in any like big fights. I've mainly just been using it in grinding. No, we run from snakes. But yeah, if Charizard is not flying type in this gen, I guess I will box it. And that will be a tragic loss to the team. Sorry, I do not know how to pronounce that. I got that from the cereal box from my bathroom. What? What is your... Two questions. Why do you have a cigarette box in your bathroom? And why is that on the cigarette box? I guess it probably means something related to cigarettes. And... No, I'm not even gonna try to guess what language that is. Oh, I need to go heal up. Actually, we'll do it live. I'm gonna Google now what type was Charizard in Gen 1. So, looking it up, at least on Bulbapedia doesn't mention anything about it. I'll look elsewhere. Okay. Interesting. So, IGN has a red, blue, yellow guide, and it has Charizard listed as a mono fire type. Cerebee's Gen 1 Dex has Charizard listed as a fire flying type. I know Charizard doesn't know any flying type moves. In Smogon's red and blue tier, Charizard is a fire flying type. Yeah, other than that IGN list, all I see is Charizard being fire flying in Gen 1. I don't know why Scarlet and Violet had region variants. Am I D tier bad? Huh? What is MODT? Also, why wouldn't Scarlet and Violet have regional variants? Or do you mean the like weird Wiglet Toad Scroll thing? Oh, most are bad. I don't mind regional variants. I agree that a lot of them look worse than the original, but I do like the concept of giving old Pokemon different typings. And how many regional variants were there in Scarlet and Violet? I can think of Tauros. What else did Scarlet and Violet get for regionals? Oh, Wooper. I like Galarian Wooper, and what the heck is his name? Quagmire. No, I don't think that's right. What am I doing? Just switch. But like regionals that I really don't like. Yeah, Alolan variants were kind of bad. I don't like Alolan Rattata or Raticate. I don't like Alolan Persian. I don't mind Alolan Meowth. I do like Alolan Vulpix and Ninetales. Sandshrew and Sandslash are okay, even though they got absolutely devastated by their typing. I don't like Galarian Meowth or Berserker. I actually kind of despise those designs. I don't like Alolan Grimer, but I don't mind Alolan Muck that much. Also, Galarian Wheezing is a crime. Hate it. Absolutely hate that guy. But I also don't mind regional forms, if only for the purpose of preventing Pokedex bloat, or preventing it to be as bad. Alola is a good good region because of Z moves. Honestly, when playing the games, I've never used Z moves. I don't know. I never really got the hang of them. I'm one of those people who will find ethers and be like, oh, I can't use that now. I gotta save it for the end of the. I gotta save it for when I need it, and then never use it. And Z moves are kind of like that for every battle. I'm just like, this isn't the place to use the Z move. I can use this in a better spot, and then just end up never using it. And then later just using the item slot to carry an item that I don't have to think about using. But Z moves were a neat mechanic. I also like Mega Evolution. I'm kind of sad that they got rid of that. But I do understand that Mega Evolution kind of hurt the meta a bit, because it made powerful Pokemon even more powerful. But my favorite Pokemon is Beedrill, and Beedrill is trash except for Mega Beedrill. So it's sad that Beedrill lost that opportunity. Gigantamax and Dynamax. Yeah. I kind of didn't like Gigantamax or Dynamax, to be entirely honest. But I guess that's another thing like Z moves where I just didn't really know when to use it. And when you don't use it, it becomes more of a hindrance. I don't know, I really didn't like Sword and Shield. Honestly, before Scarlet and Violet came out, I was very hesitant on getting a new Pokemon game. So I got Scarlet just to test it out, or like to see if I should continue getting Pokemon games. And despite all the bad press, I really enjoyed it. Oh, why did I run away there? I'm really not paying attention. At Leon. Did you know Leon has a Charizard? I'm not sure if they make that clear in the games. They never really seem to mention it. I read a funny thing a while back. But why does Giratina sound like Mothra from Godzilla. I read a funny thing a while back that was about Doctor Who. I don't know if you ever watched Doctor Who, but it said that Doctor Who uses David Tennant the way Pokemon uses Charizard, where they're just like, hey, look at this, you remember this cool thing? And I thought that was very apt. What does Giratina sound like? I never played Platinum, so I never really encountered Giratina in any game. Does it sound like Mothra? Isn't it a thing like Charizard and Rhyhorn have the same cry in this game? Or in every game because they never updated the cries? There's something like that in Gen 1, but I don't remember which two Pokemon it is. No, I didn't mean to talk to you again. Leave me alone. Why don't they just change cries with Pokemon saying their names? It's like that in the anime. Yes. It is like that in the anime, but one, voice lines in a game is much more data than whatever chiptune noises they currently make. And it's really hard to mimic with chiptune. And although games nowadays can handle that many voice lines, Game Freak already doesn't know how to program a game, so I'm not entirely sure they should try to manage 400 plus voice lines in a new game of Pokemon. But it is a good idea. Also, in terms of the anime, I feel many people don't consider the anime, like, canonical with the games. Because the games came out first, and the anime is really loosely based on the games. Obviously, there's been Yellow and then the Let's Go games that are based on the anime, but for the most part, they're kind of separate entities that just happen to be using the same creatures. Also, they did do the Pokemon saying their own name thing with Pikachu and Eevee. Well, kind of with Eevee. Two different timelines. True. Aren't there already two different timelines in the games? Isn't that how they explained Mega Evolution being in some games but not others? Is that Giant Man threw Meteor into one timeline and it caused Mega Stones to happen? Maybe 3 different timelines? String theory? Pokemon string theory? It's crazy how they didn't add red in the anime. No, they did, didn't they? Isn't there a thing called Pokemon Origins where it's literally just anime with red? I mean, it's not the main series anime, but they did do an anime with Red, I believe. Or Golden Brandon. Yeah. I mean, they could do animes about the games. But I think they do fine with the animes. I think doing things separate from the game is a good decision. I'm not sure that people necessarily want to watch an anime about the same story that they can play themselves. And that's not necessarily true. I guess that's basically what a Let's Play is, but without good animation. You want Ash back? Fair. To be completely honest, I never really got into the anime, so I wasn't too hung up with Ash leaving. I was like, good for them. I watched some of the clips from, like, the Sun and Moon series, and it looked pretty good, but I was really, like, how would I describe it? I was very weirded out with the voice acting, because if I remember correctly, they completely replaced most of the voice cast for, like, the Sun and Moon series, and especially Jesse and James, I could not handle the new voices. It was too weird. I'm zoning out so much. There we go. Let me heal up again. Well, it was made in 2016. Was it that long ago that the Sun and Moon series came out? Wow. Feels very weird. Time moves, don't it? Time really goes. I may get Magikarp up to level 18 and then wrap up the stream here, because I've been streaming for a couple hours now, and I think I'm just going to have to do another stream. No, distracting me is fine. It's a grind stream, so I'm glad to have something to talk about. But anyway, I think I'm going to get Magikarp up to level 18 and then call it here, because I've been streaming for a couple hours, and I think I'm just gonna do another stream before Sunday to try to get all the Pokemon up to level 21. Gotta take things in chunks, you know? 5-day long stream. Gah. I would not be prepared to do an endurance stream. I would need so many things planned out, especially 5 days. Could you imagine somebody streaming for 5 days? How long was Rubber Ross streaming him eating eggs in Final Fantasy? I know that's very left field, and you might not even know what I'm talking about, but that's the only stream I can think of that lasted for more than like 2 days. He may have even been at that for a week. I saw someone streaming for 10 days? Jeez. What were they doing? Was it like a variety thing, or were they doing like one game for 10 days? couldn't even imagine doing one game for 10 days. They were playing the forest. Wild. Because that's just one of those survival games, right? Is that the one where your plane crashes in a forest full of cannibal people? "10 days playing a survival game? That's... wow. Like, I want to do a lot more streaming in the future. But the longest I think I'd ever plan for a stream to go on would be 24 hours. And that's like far in the future when I have like a chat that has enough people in it to last 24 hours. Because if I was doing a 24-hour stream and I was just want to play Slime Rancher? I do have Slime Rancher. I beat Slime Rancher. But I haven't played it in a while. I really have to be in the mood for games like that. I kind of wanted to play Slime Rancher 2 when that came out, but never bought it. Just couldn't be bothered. My desire to play Slime Rancher 2 wasn't that strong. Yeah, but currently my streaming plans... managed to catch a gold slime. How do you catch a gold slime? I thought... don't they disappear if you pick them up? Or is it just that they disappear very quickly? Again, it's been a long time since I played Slime Rancher, so I don't remember like anything about it. Fuse it. Oh. Oh, yeah. If you give it a plort, you'll get like a gold version of it. Oh. It's very smart. Yeah. But my current streaming plans are just do this Pokemon series and then occasionally midweek play something if I have an urge to do something. Recently I played a thing or I did a stream where I was playing Doodle God and just making fake chemicals like formulas for all of the elements. So everything was just like FeA2W just based on like what base elements went into it and how many, and it made a huge mess very quickly. It was a ridiculous stream, and I'm glad nobody that was there to watch it, because it was something. My brother plays Slime Rancher, and when he saw a gold slime, he wanted it, but he can catch it, and when it dissolved, he began to cry. Aww. How old was your brother at the time? Because, yeah, that would be very devastating. Especially if he was young at the time. I'd probably start crying too. "12. Yeah, that's about the right age. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Let's look at the fish. Wow. Fish. Didn't gain another attack point. He was a serious rancher. Big ups. Big ups to your brother. But that's where I'm going to call it for today. I'll try to stream again before Sunday and try to actually finish getting these Pokemon up to level. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.